Yeah, we just gotta lower the music, but you can keep it on for a minute because it's Thames and she looks so good. She sounds so good too. Peace, everybody. It's G Major, and we are live on MAJORMOOD Street at the Hovas Witness Immersive Exhibition. It is called Ignorance is Bliss, and there's been 5 next-level innovative visual artists with us tonight here exhibiting their pieces. I'm with the founders of Hovas Witness. We have Binny and Quay. They're brothers, and they've put together this amazing platform that we're going to speak on a little deeper. Before we start, Binny, I just want to say I've known you for many years now. I've definitely borne witness to your transformation over time and your creations, this being one of them. Hovas Witness is such a powerful name. We as creations of Hova, of God, are here, but we also bear witness to other people's creations. And I want Quay to speak on this name a little bit deeper because it's so powerful. So whoever wants to start, Binny?
I haven't done this in a long time. So the name pretty much came from just like, at first it was going to be like photography, right? I was thinking about doing that, so I picked up the camera for a little bit. I know I was already doing like video stuff, but I was really trying to get into photography, and so I said, let me figure out a name for like my Instagram or something like that. And it did just kind of come to me too, as far as like the name. I had went to the Grand Canyon one time, and I was taking pictures, and I was like, yo, this is like beautiful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did God make this? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes. And
so it kind of came off of that string. I think I started playing with the name of what I wanted for my Instagram, and it was like a combination of like, well, I love hip hop, so like, you know, I love Jay-Z, and he talks about Hova and what that means, or more, yeah. So he talks about what that means, and then also with what I'm doing visually, it's like you're capturing what God has created, you know. So that was important for me to put forth, and it just kind of came together. Even how the spelling is, it's a lot different than just like Jehovah's Witness. You know, I didn't want to get into that realm of things, even though it could, you know, cross those sections. But yeah, this is just a combination of a story that's been put together over time.
Thank you so much, and I definitely understand it deeper. I definitely understand that Hovas Witness is about, you know, witnessing God's creations and the value that we place on the things that we witness. Now, Quay, I've known Binny for years, but I just recently met you, and you guys have been brothers for years, and you guys have definitely witnessed each other's creation. So my question for you guys is, what now? What did you witness in each other that brought y'all together to say, hey, let's do this platform together?
I think more than anything, like, so we obviously grew up together, but like we grew up in different households, but we've always had the same interests. And it honestly wasn't until we got a little bit older where we got more closer. And like, it wasn't until I went to Ghana for the first time in 15 years, like 3 years ago. And I was just like seeing all the kids in the street, like working mad hard, like from sun up to sun down. And I'm just like looking like from my lens, from like the car that we were driving in, and I'm just like, damn, like, yo, me and him can easily be over here, like, just in the blink of an eye, like, you know what I mean? And like, I came back,
could have been you guys.
You know what I'm saying? And I came back, and I was just like, yo, bro, number one, you have to come to Ghana. I was like, 2, I'm like, yo, what these kids are dealing with over there, and guess what? They all got a smile on their face, like, crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yo, like, and I'm just seeing like how like some of our family members have really got it out the mud and really have done well for themselves. So I'm just like, yo, we're in America, bro. Like, we got so many resources with us. Like, how can we really make an impact? How can we make a real difference, you know? And we just got to thinking. We were in New York. I remember in his Brooklyn studio at the time, man. And we were just like, let's do our show. But then like just more and more got into it. And now we were able to develop this. So here we are with Hovas Witness, and here we are with you, G. So,
well, I think you kind of answered my next question almost, because I was going to ask, usually when something is created, like the platform that you've created, it comes from a lack of something. Like, to want to create, to have that passion inside you to create Hovas Witness, I was going to ask, do you guys feel like something was lacking that needed this space, this platform, and this community? And whoever wants to answer.
I feel like more so like in the city that we come from, I'll say state, honestly, like not a lot of this is going on. There's not a lot of networking vibes, panels, interactions, none of that nature. Like everybody just likes to party, you know what I'm saying, do what they need to do, but we really need to come together and be able to help each other and show the value, like, you know, and what people got going on. Look at the art we got all over the place, man. Like, you know how hard it is to do this? Like, for real. And it's just like, we want to be able to showcase that and let people express themselves, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what they went through for them to sit down and want to put that pen to the paper and that paintbrush to the canvas. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? But that came from somewhere. And I want to be able to shed light on that. And we've been able to do that, you know what I'm saying? It's the second time coming now, you know what I mean? And we're not stopping this year. This is only going to continue, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's what, like, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to fill that void. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's starting. The wheels are turning on that behalf. So,
Thank you so much, Quay. And I mean, me and Benny coming from New York and being there for so long, that's a city where it's oversaturated. And I don't want to say like it's a negative, but it can be when you're an artist out there. You're like, everyone's an artist. Who gives a fuck if you're an artist, you know? But out here, we really do have a space in Massachusetts, in the Boston area, in the North Shore, Worcester, wherever you're from, to actually help people grow community, come together and realize there are a bunch of people doing dope shit that deserve to be recognized. And I guess my next question is, we're talking about community. Everything's just rolling right into each other. I love it. I love when that happens, as God is our witness. So who is Hovas Witness for? And when people get introduced to this name, to this platform, who do you feel would resonate towards this? And Benny,
I think this is, I don't want to just say everybody, but everybody can definitely be a participant. But if we're getting like very specific, I think it's for people who take it another step further and actually like materialize, you know, their observation of this world, which is us as artists, right? Like, we want to create a space where tech and art and community can all come together and really work holistically. So anybody that's into those kind of ideals, you could be somebody that just loves culture and then also is curious about tech and is trying to figure out a way to make them combine, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's always been intertwined, but now like it's getting like real apparent that like, yes, like you can't,
all needs to be, it's not separate.
Yeah, you can't do the analog without the digital and vice versa. So we just want to create a space where like, you know, people like us who are just like, we're cool individuals, right? Look how we're dressed. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You know the vibe.
Yeah.
Shout out SBK.
You heard?
Beyond kindness. You already
See,
know.
so we wanna have people like that be able to then interface with people who are, you know, doing tech and making these technological advances that are changing our lives all the time. So
Beautiful, beautiful. And again, this leads to our last question, because we are here at the Ignorance is Bliss showcase, at the immersion of tech and art and the digital realm and the analog realm. I have to ask you guys, Ignorance is Bliss, it doesn't feel like an exhibition that is here to point fingers. It seems like Ignorance is Bliss must have grown from you both looking inward. And so I have to ask you both, inwardly, where did Ignorance is Bliss as an idea, as a concept of tonight's showcase come from? What made you feel the need again to fill a space with this type of artwork?
I would say just like how we move on a day-to-day basis, bro. Like social media, money, clothes, cars, all that. We care so much about it. And I ain't gonna lie, like, look how I'm dressed right now. You feel me? I like to look nice.
You look good, though.
You feel me? Like, I like to look nice, but like that's what we're like so focused on. Like, that's a topical thing, and you know what I mean? Does it really mean anything? Is it really that serious? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your family members are the most important part of you at the end of the day, in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Without the cars, the clothes, the, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I really want us to, like, really pay attention to. Like, yes, at the end of the day, people are going to move how they want to move, but like we really gotta like pay attention to these type of things as we're getting older as well too. You know what I'm saying? As we're gonna have seeds in this world. You know what I'm saying? So just like really paying attention and just us be able to come together on that and just have a real understanding of it. You know?
Yeah. Thank you, Benny. Do you have anything to say about that? Yeah.
I think Ignorance is Bliss really points out duality in life in general, and every artist was able to capture that like so beautifully. Just that like the awareness, but also understanding that in order to flow, you also have to be in unawareness at the same time too. It's about that balance, and I think everybody captured that very well. For example, because I know a lot of people are not going to be able to see the 3D portion of it, but one of the pieces is a 3D Jesus iced out like Jesus piece, right? And like that's a very interesting thing to just have in this exhibit because it displays both things. It's this love to be flashy and high quality things.
And the most peaceful.
And the most, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like even how it's gotten or acquired and all these kind of things. It's very, it almost contradicts, but that's the point.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And tonight has been unbelievable. You might not be able to see the floating Jesus piece iced out right now, but we will work that in post-production and make sure that y'all see what's been going on out here. Besides all the beautiful pieces of artwork that you'll see in the recap video, there was also a floating Jesus head with jewelry all around it, and that is due to the brainchildren of Quay and Benny. Not that you guys want to have children together, your brothers, but we are out here live on Major Mood Street with the founders of Hovas Witness at the Ignorance is Bliss exhibit. Thank you guys both so much. Yes. G Major here, over and out. Let's go.
Major Mood Street.